Dark Souls 3, a game from a franchise synonymous with challenge, with the catchphrase, prepare to die. Well, we here at Overcast Gamer feel that you should be able to enjoy games, regardless of your skill level. This series shows that you don't need to get good to link the fire, just a bit of jolly cooperation, so you can exploit the fact that the AI can't handle being attacked from multiple directions at once. Welcome to Cheese Souls. The undead settlement was straightforward on the surface, but it had a few neat secrets tucked away. Did you find the Sunlight Covenant or the Moundmaker's Covenant? You may want to find that second one before killing this boss, because joining it will be a bit harder afterwards, but once you have had your fill of this place, befriending that giant, laughing as he rains death down upon your enemies, you're going to want to summon your trusty phantom ally and make your way to that tree those corpses are worshipping. The curse-rotted Greatwood is quite different to Vought, as you can't just hit him willard-nillard, but rather need to hit him in the balls to do damage. He's also surrounded by the village people who you may want to deal with first. One of you should probably go and handle the ads, while the other heads over to distract and start hitting the boss. If you are going to deal with the ads, I recommend going for the one with red eyes first, so that he doesn't come up behind you while you're hitting the others, but it doesn't make too much difference because this phase ends quickly. Just castrate that first sack to finish phase 1 of this fight. Take the time after castrating the first sack to heal up and run aimlessly in circles for a bit, as you'll be unable to do anything again here until the curse-rotted Greatwood butt slams the floor and sends you both plummeting to your deaths. Now that we're down in this lower cave area, the tree has more testes, so get back between his legs and start slashing away. This stage of the fight has an entirely new moveset for the wood to watch out for. One of the hardest to avoid from the front is being picked up and palm smashed into the ground. It seems to have quite a short wind-up time, so just keep an eye on it and roll if you see it preparing to swipe. An interesting thing to note about this move as well is that it doesn't tolerate our cheesing methods. If you and Ghost Bride are standing next to each other, then you'll actually both be grabbed. You'll only see yourself picked up on your screen sometimes, but your ally will still kind of float ethereally beside you and take the same damage as you when you hit the ground. After removing the obvious sack back from the front, you'll actually need to just move around the boss to try and locate the next one. The arm that can pick you up is typically a weak point, but again, with that previous move, it's quite a dangerous one to go for, so moving around the back is a pretty good idea. Now, in this particular fight, my ghost ally gave me a trick for cheesing the fight. As you can see in the footage, it may not have worked too well. We actually couldn't get him to do what I was being told he would do. So I'll talk you through what we're trying to do, and then if you want to use it you can, or if you want to be a bit more of a man than us and just go and hit the sacks, that will probably see the fight end quite a bit faster, obviously with the trick there being for you and your ally to just stand on opposite sides of the tree, so that only one of you can be targeted by his swipe, and of course backing away anytime he looks like he's going to do a bigger AoE move. So the trick to cheesing this part of the fight, as I was told, was actually to just run away. It will cause the boss to do one of 3 things. Now, one of them is obviously what we were looking out for. We were just being constantly presented with the other 2. Thing 1 he might do is getting down on all fours and crawling at you grudge style. He'll come at you quite quick. Typically you just roll to the sides to avoid this. The second thing he might do is curl up into a ball and just roll like a drunk toddler towards you. Again, pretty easy to dodge if you just roll to the side. And the third thing he might do is butt slam the ground again, so it will be the same move he did when he initially broke the ground above us and sent us plummeting down here, and this is what you're going to want to look out for, because what this actually does is it leaves you with a pretty decent sized window to slice at the arm at the front and the other sacks at the back simultaneously while he just kind of wallows around in his own filth. So this is potentially the quickest way to taking out all the sacks at once, but of course you may just see him constantly doing option 1 and 2 over and over, which is what we saw here, and that just prolongs the fight quite a lot. So really, if you and your phantom just stay on either side of the boss, then one of you should pretty much always be in a good position to get to a weak point, be that his arm or one of his sacks at the back, And after you take it out, or he looks like he's going to do a particularly big move, just roll backwards. This stage is mostly a test of patience, because you do want to make sure you're not getting hit by much, and you just get into a good position to see a sack. But if you do wait for a good window of attack, you should see the tree fading into the force to meet with Yoda in no time. So once that's done, lit the bonfire, and if you head back to the Firelink Shrine with the transposing kiln, you can actually talk to that horribly deformed demon baby sitting on one of the thrones, and he can start making some boss soul weapons, which is a nice plus. Got a bit of exploring before you get to the next boss, but our next video will be past the Road of Sacrifice, and it will be dealing with the Crystal Sage, so see you next time.